Alright guys, this is the video from January 2nd, 2024, right after I was attacked. This is the statement being taken by the wonderful Officer William Watkins. He's the City of Canton Officer Blue Coat of the Year. I've had prior engagements with this man, unfortunately. The first engagement I ever had with him was October 30th, 2023 at the ODJFS building, to which I was trying to file a grievance. Unfortunately, John Romanowski prevented me from doing such, called the police on me. This officer is the one who showed up and then decided to put hands on me because I asked why I would need a lawyer in order to file a grievance. He's also the same officer who showed up on the November 7th attack when I had a set appointment to be at the city building through Chief Gabbard. I was supposed to be meeting with an Officer Coates and Officer Shackles. Unfortunately, I never made it into the elevator before I was violently attacked by 5 city bailiffs and thrown out of the building. Ambulance came. I felt like I was having a damn heart attack, and it was the only way I could feel like I could de-escalate this situation. These people are notorious for it. They gaslight, they manipulate, they twist narratives. They have a sense of dominion of authority that knows no bounds. They feel that because they have titles or positions or things like that, or that they can do whatever basically they want to, and your civil liberties go out the door, and they don't care. And in this video, you're going to see the coaching, the gaslighting, and the complete ignorance to the basic civil liberties that are entitled to all of us. Unfortunately, also in this video, the reason I'm having a meeting with Mike Conchera on Thursday at 10 a.m., I'm honestly petrified because I have a strong feeling that these people are going to pull some bullshit, try to flip the narrative again and conspire against me and try to sit there and say I'm doing something wrong. But these idiots in this video here, you're going to see, I'm not going to dox this man. I'm not going to give out his personal information. But they gave me this man's birth date, social security number, full name, everything, of not one but 2 Canton City bailiffs. Now, imagine if that got into someone else's hands that had nefarious intent or somebody that had ill will. Now, granted, these people have done so much shit to me, and these people are tyrant bastards. They're corrupt beyond any recognition, and I have a lot of contentment for them, but I am not going to stoop to their level and pull some bullshit because they screwed up and they were negligent. I mean, this is people's lives here, and you don't fuck with people's lives, and I'm not gonna be like them. So Thursday, I am returning this information in this flash drive, but I wanted it public and let everybody see that, yes, this happened, and yes, this is what goes on in the city of Canton. Very questionable tactics. I'm going to give a narrative of everybody and every single thing that they're saying and they're talking about. I'll gladly break down, offer full transparency. Here we go, folks. I got to be very quick on this. Bear with me. I'm technology inefficient. 82. Busted up in the process. What's your social? Now, yes, you heard it. What's your social? His social security number. Yes, they gave me this man's social security number in its entirety. I got 12 o'clock. Okay. Now, it is 12 o'clock noon when he's taking this report, okay? This is going to be an important factor because later on, when they finally throw me in a set of handcuffs and say that I'm under arrest, the time was exactly 1:47 p.m. That was an hour and 47 minutes I was down in the police station under the impression they're taking my report for him attacking me. Alright, I have a $600 laptop destroyed in this that I haven't gotten answers for about. I still don't know the names of the bailiff I was there for on this day. And it's 5 months in the making I've been trying to find out and ask for this information. So here's what was said.
Hey, you're who's bailiff? Jessica Lewis. Okay. Okay. So, just so I'm clear, so when you were kind of guided him out, and he turned around. Yes. What happened at that point?
He said something too, and I don't know if they might know what he said.
As he guided me out. Did you hear that, folks? No, he didn't guide me out. Okay, and as I turned around, I was turned around already engaging him because he wanted to engage me and tried to deny me services again because I refused to sit there and give him my full name. My reasoning for not giving my full name, plain and simple, is because these bastards hate me, because I'm not letting this issue drop, and I'm not letting things go for what they've done to me and my family. I'm not gonna let it go either until I get answers for it. You can charge me, you can attack me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me. You poked the wrong Papa Bear, and you guys shouldn't have done that, and I'm gonna want answers. And until I get them, and I get some type of accountability, and until we get some type of change, I'm gonna keep coming back. But what I said to this man is that I am gonna be holding him accountable and that he needs to tread lightly for it. Because they act like fucking tyrants. They abuse members of the public, and they especially abuse members of the public that are indigent, impoverished, or those that don't have three-piece suits or a six-figure income that can necessarily hold them financially accountable for their actions. And they have a complete disdain for that population, which I've looked into the statistics. It consists of over 70% of the population of the city of Canton can be considered impoverished and or on, we're struggling to get by. We're trying to make ends meet. Blue collar. That consists of 70% of the populace that they serve, and they have a massive disdain for it, and they don't even try to hide it anymore. But that's what I said to this man. But according to him, what I said to him as far as holding his ass accountable and that he needs to be retrained is a threat. And it's a criminal offense. So here's his bullshit narrative.
And I said to him, "Are you threatening me?" Yeah. He said, he said something, and I said, "I take what you just said as a threat." And I can't remember what he said now.
Okay.
Kind of fast. So that was in my mind too.
Okay, so when he turned around, then you took him down?
Yeah.
Okay, so how'd you get the scratch right here?
I was close in on his person. I just put something on his jacket, something maybe.
So he didn't do that to you.
In the process of going.
I mean, in other words, he didn't like scratch you or nothing like that, or punch you or.
I would say. No. Okay. I didn't say he was resistant more than.
Okay. Okay.
I was resistant more than anything else, but yet, if anybody wants to go on Canton Hall of Shame page, go check out the video, which is called Unhinged Bailiff Attacks Me. You'll see my hands were up as he was trying to snatch the damn phones that I had recording him in my hand out of my hands. I'm asking him to get off of my shit, to which in turn my hands are up as he slams me up against the wall and throws me to the ground. That is exactly how that situation came and played out. I was turning around to walk out of that office when that nice young lady told me that she's going to send someone out to help me. Told her, thank you, I appreciate it. And he decided to fucking engage me again, telling me he's going to deny me service and if I did not fully identify to him. Now, the reason why I'm adamant about not wanting to identify, two reasons. Number one is because as soon as I give them my name, all of a sudden all hell breaks loose and they want to sit there and call availables and act like damn fools. Second reason is because it's the Ohio Sunshine Laws. If you check up the Ohio Open Records Laws, it's under 149 subsection 4.3. Clearly states you have one of four ways that you're able to obtain public record information. This is after numerous inquiries, numerous phone calls. This is my third personal inquiry at this city building over the same damn information for them to release this information from 911 call logs, names of the bailiffs, and all the city lobby footage from that day of November 7th when Chief Gabbard set an appointment for me. All right? In that process of being able to obtain public record information, folks, it says specifically you are allowed to remain anonymous. Now, how many of my basic civil liberties did I have to give to this man before I'm able to get my basic services entitled to me under the Constitution and the law and the oaths that they swore to, that they do not uphold, that they don't even know? They don't even know our basic civil liberties, and then try to have this authoritarian dictatorship over the populace that comes and tries to sit there and just is trying to get accountability. Nothing more than answers and accountability for the shit they did. So, here we go.
Alright, I see what Sarge wants to do, see if he,
Yes.
because, I mean, technically, once you tell him to leave, if you don't leave, it's criminal trespass, but...
Wrong again. Officer Watkins is going around telling these officers of the court that because they hold a title, they can go up to anybody and say, hey, We want you to leave, and you have to obey that order. That is called an unlawful command. There's this certain thing called RAS. They have to have a thing called reasonable articulable suspicion for you to be removed from that city building. You have to be doing something criminal or illegal for them to have to want you to be removed from the city building. You asking questions that they may not like does not constitute a criminal act. It does not constitute enough legal authority on their end for them to tell you to leave your city building. It does not constitute them to be able to try to flip narratives the way they do. They have to have a reason. You have to be doing something illegal, something wrong, or be an actual security threat. Asking for city bailiffs' names, which is public record information regardless, and should be very easily obtainable, quite frankly, is not a criminal offense and enough for him to have a lawful command of telling me to leave. No, Officer Watkins is mistaken in the information that he is giving people because he's an ignorant ass that doesn't know shit about the actual law, and he is not a law enforcement officer. He is one of those police that we don't need. He's a typical police. We don't need any more damn police. We need good law enforcement officers that are actually going to uphold and enforce the damn oaths they took.
Yeah, I'll see what he wants to do. And go for and just go from there. Now, who else witnessed this? Who else was present? Hey, Butch. Morgan. Come on, real quick. That's fine. I just need one person. Butch, what's your last name?
You go on Walter Campbell. Just put it under Walter. Walter's not.
Okay, now guys, I'm going to have to fast forward because once again, City of Canton is so damn worried about asserting their dominance and their power of authority over the public, but yet they sure as hell just don't even know how to do their basic duties, their jobs. They unfortunately were stupid enough to release this man's personal information to me as well. His complete first and last name, his birthday, and his social security number. This is the negligence of the City of Canton. Again, these people are court bailiffs. They got 401ks. They got families. They got entire lives. And they just gave me every single bit of their vital information. Now imagine if that information got in the wrong hand. That is horrible. Which is why I cannot wait till Thursday to get rid of this shit so I don't have it anymore. So I'm going to fast forward it again. I have no ill intentions. I have no nefarious intent with the information that was given to me other than to give it the hell back and make sure formal reports are made to the right people and we get something with the Judiciary Ethics Committee. And I think some people honestly should be disbarred for being this damn negligent to do this to this man.
5436. Or to speak. So when you tell him to leave, if he don't leave, he's criminal trespassing. Okay. So, and because you got hurt out of it, it might even be aggravated. I got to check the statute and see. But it's definitely criminal trespass. It's up to you. Do you want him charged?
I take the report to the prosecutor's office and see what they say.
Okay. So you just want a report for it and you want to talk to them?
Rather than us come up and say if he's going to be charged or not, that's a function of the prosecution. I'd rather them see the report and let them decide if they want to charge them or not.
Okay, yeah, listen, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay? It's up to you.
I don't know if we're supposed to stay independent on things. I don't know.
Not a problem. I'd charge.
Now that right there, I believe, is Mike Kuchera, the one who was just talking. And then the way he approached this situation was exactly correct. They are not judge, jury, and executioner. We have courts of law. And unfortunately, our court of law here in Stark County is complete bullshit. If anybody knows, trust me, you're agreeing with me on this. If you've experienced Stark County courts, they run the damn thing like an assembly line. They could give a shit less if you're actually guilty or not. As far as they're concerned, you're guilty and you have to prove your innocence to them. And that's exactly what's taking place here. That's what I mean by that. Our system is completely broken. But the way Mike Achera handled the situation, I am going to sit there and I'm going to applaud him. I'm going to sit there and tell everybody, Mike Achera, if that is him right there who just made that statement, that is not his decision to make the press charges. He's even telling Officer Watkins in his ignorance that that's up for a prosecutor and somebody else to decide on whether or not that is a prosecutable offense or whether or not charges are going to be made out in this case. I love it how that man sat there and said the exact things that are needing to be said in this matter. And if everybody in the city building and all the police and everyone had that type of mind frame, we wouldn't have any issues. So hats off to Mike Achera. If that is Mike, hats off to that man right there, because that's exactly how it should be handled. That's exactly how this whole situation should have played out. Not by the influence of some corrupt-ass police and a bunch of tyrant thug bullies that don't like accountability, and be damned if you challenge their authority, because from that point on, you're a criminal. And you're hearing it coming out of his mouth. You have a title, you have a position, he didn't obey you, he should go into a fucking cage.
I mean, he's injured out of it. To me, it's a clear-cut charge, but it's up to you. No problem.
Based on what I've been told by everyone, I agree. It is
Right.
that, but I would rather the prosecutor's office do that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's totally up to you. Either way, either way, I can do a report or I can do a report plus a warrant, which takes about 5 minutes, so no biggie. Okay. All right. I'm gonna check with Sarge. Okay, we'll get with you. We'll let you know. All right.
Now I'm going to fast forward it to where he gets down to the police station. But listen to this man and how eager he is. Listen to the coaching. Listen to him trying his absolute damnedest to throw me in a fucking cage. And the reason is because flat ass out, he don't like my ass. And the reason is because I've called him out because he's a corrupt bastard. He's a thug, he's a bully, and he's ignorant to the own laws that he's supposed to know and enforce. The man doesn't even know the First Amendment. His name is Officer Watkins, and I'm going to sit there and give out a shout out to all their phone numbers, all the names. You can contact these people and ask them questions. I'm going to fast forward it to, I believe it was 6-minute marker.
I think so. No, I don't want to hear it. Where's Sarge at?
Now listen to them live. Here we go.
Disappeared? Sergeant Marbles, did he come through here?
I didn't see him.
I think this guy should be arrested, but it's not my call.
I'm sure you do.
It's up to me. I'll be putting his ass in cuffs now, but whatever.
Maybe we should do that when you go down to the Refuge of Hope. In the bus station trying to pick up females.
You dealt with this guy.
He should be. I already dealt with him once. He's out.
Oh, is he? I just walked by him. He wasn't there. Okay.
He's there now.
All right. Well, I ain't gonna go talk to him while he's talking to him. I already drugged that guy out of it. So.
Yeah, he already drugged me out of the ODJFS building on October 30th, 2023. The video is posted for everybody to see on the End Encounter. They called the police on me because I was trying to file grievance against CPS members and ODJFS and John Romanowski for his interference on me trying to obtain paperwork on what they did to me. Canton City Police Department raided my home with no warrants, nothing but bullshit accusations, stole my children, and then they give them back 2 months later and then try to sweep everything under the fucking rug after causing God knows how much emotional turmoil to me and my family. This man showed up October 30th, 2023, rude as hell, completely condescending. I was trying to explain to him the actual laws, the actual state statutes and the laws under grievance procedures for ODJFS. This man shunned me, told me literally to shut up, interrupted me numerous times. And then when I was asking him, when he told me I need to get a lawyer in order to file grievance, I'm asking him, why would I need a lawyer? He decided to rip me up out of a fucking chair and throw me out of the goddamn building, still connected to the chair too, I might add. And then at the end also, he threatened he was going to take my truck if I didn't leave. That was my only first encounter with Officer Watkins. My second encounter was on the November 7th attack when Chief Gabbard set an appointment for me to come up there under my impression to be able to file grievance and complaints for all matters pertaining for all the shit that they've been doing and have done. Those are the only two encounters I have. Now, this woman right here, this wonderful lady, this wonderful ray of sunshine, and yes, there's a massive amount of fucking sarcasm in my voice when I'm saying this. Her name is Captain Broker. I'll leave her number too. I'm going to leave the Canton City Police Department's phone number at the end of the video. Give her a call because she is one of the most corrupt bastards there is. She has got nothing but spite and contentment for the public that she serves. She doesn't give two shits about any one of you. They ride out on bullshit assumptions. They assume everything, and then they go off of their assumptions as ironclad fact, and they ride on it. They don't have a dialogue with anybody. They don't ask questions. They don't investigate, because not one damn time have they sat down and actually asked me what the fuck is going on. Not once have they looked at any of my documentation, my footage, my video evidence, my paperwork, everything showing and backing my claims of the mistreatment and the abuse that took place against me and my family and everything since. But listen to their contentment for me. You know, this isn't retaliatory conduct. I don't know what is, but you're going to listen to how they all conspire.
Here's the deal here. So he comes in, he wants to see Mike Gutierrez, which is high up in the court's office. So anyway, Mr. Gutierrez hasn't been notified yet. He wants to see him. He's hitting the buzzer for the...
Bullshit again. Mike Gutierrez has been attempted numerous times to be attempted to gotten in touch with, and numerous times unanswered phone calls, non-return messages. And again, this was on January 2nd, on this date, this was my third personal inquiry on the information regarding that I was trying to obtain. So again, you write out on your bullshit assumptions, and he's telling this story here, guys, keep in mind, yet this man, this police officer, this law enforcement officer, what he's supposed to be, has the investigative tact of a fucking brick, considering the fact he has not yet once actually watched the video footage of what took place of the encounter with this bailiff that I had on me. 3 different videos taken of the attack. So listen to this fucking genius.
Judge's door, the door to go back there. So the one guy that had a scratch on his face, he comes up, approaches him, identifies himself, says, "Hey, who are you here to see?" He says, "Mike Gutierrez." He was like, "Well, okay, well, what's your name?" And at that point, he won't give him his whole name. So I guess because he won't give him his whole name, he's like, "Well, if you're not going to tell me who you are, you're out of here."
There you go. You just heard him admit it. Because I don't appeal to their power of authority, you gotta go. Because I don't give up my basic fucking civil liberties that are entitled to me, I gotta go. And if you don't go, we're gonna criminally charge your ass, we're gonna throw you in cuffs, and we're gonna put your ass in a fucking cage, and we're gonna ruin your goddamn life. And this is what they do to all of us, people. This is the city of Canton. Listen to them.
At that point, he tells him to leave. He's kind of guiding him out.
He's kind of guiding me out. Guys, watch the video. He kind of guided me out as he slammed me up against the fucking wall and then threw me on the goddamn floor after he tried to snatch my phones out of my hands.
He's got his buddy with him. So, what's his name? The guy out here, Nicely, while he's being guided out by the bailiff. At some point, he turns around real quick.
Wrong again. I was turned around engaging that bailiff the entire time when he came out from behind the counter. And again, this asshole is given a whole entire narrative of what happened, and yet he never watched the fucking video. Great police work there, guy. Officer Watkins, Blue Coat of the Year, guys. Give him a call and let him know how great he is. Fucking idiot.
Now, he has a cell phone in his hand, so when he turns around, the other guy, the bailiff who's escorting him out, takes him down because he stops. He's telling him to leave. When he takes him down, he rubs something on Nicely's clothing or something, and he scratches his face. I think it's this side. He scratches his face right here. So here's the deal here. He wasn't injured as a result of
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. One of their most famous fucking lines. Every tyrant loves that line. So here's the deal. He wasn't injured. We're going to try to manipulate this to get Justin Nicely with aggravated assault on a bailiff, even though he was the one who was fucking violently attacked. Are y'all hearing this fucking crazy ass narcissistic shit? This is the entire city of Canton.
Actually, turning around real quick or scratching or clawing or whatever. When he took him down to the ground, his face hit. So technically it's not an assault. But I asked the bailiffs, I was like, well, listen, to me, if you ask the guy to leave and he don't leave, and you have to escort him out, and you're hurt during the process, even if it's not an assault, it's still, trespassing. I was like, do you want us to go ahead and arrest him for criminal trespassing? Well, he didn't want to make the decision. What's that head guy up there with the guy that had the suit on? He didn't want to make the decision. He's like, maybe just do a report and we let the prosecutor decide. Okay, well, whatever. Me, I'd have arrested him for criminal trespass. You're telling him to leave, he won't leave.
Why they won't just tell him you're trespassing from this building, you never come back?
You want to know why, Captain Broker? Number one, because, first of all, you're a tyrant piece of shit. Number two, you are ignorant to the very laws that are in the basic civil liberties entitled to the public, and that fucking oath you took ain't nothing but I'm going to make sure I go home every single night regardless of what the hell takes place, no matter what. It's called constitutional rights, ma'am. I'm allowed basic civil liberties to go to my city building. I'm allowed to get public record information. I'm allowed to be able to obtain footage of the public lobbies and get 911 call logs that your ass refuses to release. And I'm allowed to be able to do all of these things because, goddamn it, it's called the United States of America. It's our basic civil liberties, and you're a bunch of fucking tyrants and you don't know them. That's why, Captain Broker. Now, if you ever want to have a dialogue about that so you can get all your officers to retrain, more than willing. You got my phone number. Give me a call anytime. That or you can remain an ignorant piece of shit and stay being a tyrant scumbag.
They're pacifying them.
Mm-hmm.
Pacifying.
We dealt with that. Well, I dealt with him a bunch of times.
Twice.
Well, you were there that day. I removed him from the welfare department.
Who's out there with him?
Mongol.
By himself?
Yeah.
He's just talking to him in front of the report desk.
He's taking pictures of him.
And then he put on a show out there at Second and Cleveland here.
Again.
I put on a show. Do you hear this bullshit ass flip narrative that this punk piece of crap just said? This tyrant narcissistic bastard said, I put on a show November 7th. When Chief Gabbard sent an appointment for me to be up at that city building at 11 a.m., and as I'm going down the elevator to go to the police department, I'm surrounded by 5 fucking bailiffs telling him repeatedly over and over I have an 11 o'clock appointment. I'm supposed to be there. And they violently attacked me, went hands-on, threw me to the ground, threw my ass out of the building, and then these bastards show up and act like they had no fucking clue I was supposed to be there. But no, let's write off of his bullshit narrative. Again, they're full of fucking assumptions, and that's the facts. Great police work.
A little bit after I had to deal with him, I told myself, I'm done talking to you, because I just grabbed him and I removed him from the property. And he came to file IA for complaints on me and all that. So
Sure did. Filed IA complaints with his ass on December 21st, 2023, and they have refused to release the body camera footage of that entire interview. Again, that record request was put in several times. But this man right here is a piece of shit. And also, nothing has come from that IA report of that man assaulting me on October 30th over at the ODJFS building when he ripped me out of the chair when I was asking him, why the fuck do I need a lawyer to file a grievance? Again, these assholes are filled with nothing but their bullshit ass assumptions and narratives. They write on it as ironclad fact, and that's what they go with. Ignorance to the finest degree and corruption on top of it. Ran by a bunch of fucking tyrant bullies.
Taking the report, or what do you want to do?
it's up to you. I'll knock it out. Yeah, I ain't tie you up.
You know that guy's info? The bailiff?
Yeah, I got all that. Yeah.
Is this the guy that comes in here and
Yes,
he's a sovereign citizen?
Yeah.
I'm a sovereign citizen because I record when I come into the city building. No, you stupid nitwit twit motherfuckers. I record, number one, because I don't trust you bastards. nor should anybody else. And as a public service announcement to everybody, when you go into your public buildings, please, by all means, pull out your fucking cameras and record. Record every public area, every publicly accessible area in that city building, other than inside the courtrooms. You're allowed to do such. And I implore everyone to do such, because you need to cover and protect your ass against these gaslighting tyrants. Because they will flip the narrative, they'll lie, they'll bullshit, and be damned if they release the actual footage that you asked for, even with records requests. So, when you do shit like that, these dipshits think you're a sovereign citizen. I'd be damned if I'm a sovereign citizen. I'm a pissed off Papa Bear that wants fucking answers. Period. I'm nothing more than that, and until I get them, I'm not gonna stop, idiots.
I saw something here a couple weeks ago on afternoon.
That's right. Several inquiries for the same information.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Go ahead for Unit 34.
I'm in his office. I just wanted to talk to him. Is he back?
This is his little person.
Who's this?
Partner he has with him. It's fine.
Okay.
Whatever he will.
Good old Captain Broker.
Also, there's no need to come back to our office. There's nothing in file of what he's asking for.
Who's that? For Nicely?
Yeah, he went to the record room and requested stuff from November.
Oh, Sarge.
For
You're damn right. I went to the records department again and requested the shit from November 7th. And look how petrified her ass is in that matter. And then she's going to make a comment here where she sits there and says that that information is not available. So you mean to tell me the 911 call logs aren't available from when you guys attacked me, and Chief Gabbard himself, Chief Gabbard, the chief of police himself, set an appointment for me to be there. You're telling me that there's no information available when there is an ambulance called to the scene? And she's going to say that information is not available to me. Why not, you tyrant, corrupt ass?
If I talk to him, I'm gonna arrest him, so you might want to talk to him.
Screw you, Watkins.
You doing a report for Jack?
I'm doing a report for the guy upstairs. They don't want to file warrants. They want to send it to the prosecutor's office. So I'm going to knock out an attack report for that. And to me, we should be arresting them, but whatever. They want the prosecutor to decide. They don't want me to.
Serious at all?
No.
Okay.
I even pressed the issue. I was like, you're hurt, even though he didn't do it.
Wait, did he just admit that he was soliciting a fucking criminal offense against me? Oops. Stupid. But now, watch how the tables turn and look at the face of nervousness now when he mentions that it's me that wants to press the assault charges.
You know, when he turned around, you're still hurt as a result of him taking you down. After you advised him several times to leave, you're officers of the court. He should be going to jail right now. They're like, well, let's just let the prosecutor decide. Well, you know what? I'm not a cop. You're right.
That's right. That's how the law
So I'm
works.
going to knock out an attack report.
And we're going to give...
And I got all the information here.
Well, they have videos, so somebody's got to go out there and watch the video on this. Or maybe an investigator or somebody like that, and take this to the next level, is my opinion.
Well, they don't want us to make an arrest. They want the prosecutor to
On
decide.
his behalf.
What's this?
Oh, on his behalf. Oh, look at their fucking faces. Now, this is why they wanted my phones, people. This is why they stole my goddamn phones this day, too. And kept them away from me for over a month. And shut me down. This is why they wanted my goddamn phones.
What's this be at? What's this?
He was assaulted by Jack upstairs.
Oh, you want to go watch the video?
That Jack grabbed onto him first, threw him down to the ground.
Which he's allowed to.
Right.
He's an officer.
Which he's allowed to. He's allowed to attack members of the public who are trying to obtain public record information. He's allowed to because he's an officer of the court. He's allowed to because he holds a title. He's allowed to violently throw people up against the wall because somebody said something to his ass that he didn't like. He's allowed to violently throw them to the ground and destroy their fucking property and try to make it out as if you guys are trying to charge that person who was violently attacked because he holds a title and a position of authority. This is the mindset of Canton. This is the mindset of all of fucking Stark County. And this is the mindset that needs to fucking change. We don't need any more goddamn police. We need law enforcement. These corrupt tyrants need to go.
Sir, recording. leave.
Right.
Right. All right, you go watch the video. I'll knock out the tech
Right
report.
for all of our
I got
cases.
it.
Okay.
Just let him
No
know.
ifs, ands, or buts. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is an audit. He came in here intending for some type of compensation. So we want to make sure that everything is covered 100%. Is that it?
That's right. You want to make sure everything's covered 100% because a gentleman is there that is going to hold your asses accountable. And no, I'm not an auditor, and I'm sick of you guys with your bullshit assumptions. I was there to get and retrieve public record information. I was there to retrieve from you guys 911 call logs. I was there from the law director, Jason Reese, trying to obtain the records request that I put in on November 9th in writing for the public lobby footage of the city building. I was there at the bailiff's office that day to try to retrieve the names of the 3 bailiffs who originally engaged and attacked me on November 7th with that set appointment with Chief Gabbard. You guys are so full of shit with your goddamn assumptions, and we're tired of it. Now, these are the people that you guys can call, their phone numbers. The person who prosecuted this case was Katie M. Gilbert, was the name of the prosecutor. I was charged for a disorderly and a trespass. The trespass got removed. They kept the disorderly, and that's it. No jail time, no community service, like they're doing me a favor and shit. People you need to call, law department would be Jason Reese for the records that I put in the records request for. You guys are more than inclined to sit there and try to ask for the footage that I've been asking for. Phone number is 330-489-3251. You ask for Jason Reese, he is the law director. You ask for Vivian and or Ty, who runs the IA department, as far as not the IA department, but the records division, as far as obtaining the footage and stuff like that. The police department, so you can sit there and tell them how wonderful tell Chief Gabbard how wonderful Officer Watkins here, and how wonderful, Captain Broker here is, and their disdain for, our basic civil liberties. Their phone number for the Canton City Police Department, 330-649-5800. Now, for the mayor of the city of Canton, you guys go ahead, call him up. Let him know how ignorant he is that these dipshits gave me the most personal, vital information of not one but 2 city bailiffs. Information I'm not allowed to have, that I shouldn't have, that I myself have gone out of the way to make damn well sure I give back to them on Thursday. But yet they can't release the names of the people who attacked me. Crazy shit. His phone number, 330-438-4307. Everybody start blowing their phones up. Start calling about it. This is absurd. Shit has got to change. We are going to make it happen. And the only way to do that is that the masses make them answer for all this shit.